Tonight, 13 new cases of COVID-19 from districts in the north and south. Prime Minister Alan Shastney apologizes to fishermen following a Tuesday meeting. And the Fisheries Minister Ezekiel Joseph refuses to respond to SLP concerns regarding the suspension of fishing licenses. The details of these stories and more coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It is Tuesday, the 3rd of November, 2020. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. St. Lucia continues to record COVID-19 cases spanning multiple districts. On Tuesday, the 3rd of November, it was announced early on that the island had recorded 10 new cases. Later in the day, the announcement came that the island had recorded another 3 cases. Case 95 is a 19-year-old female from the Labrie district. Case 96 is a 34-year-old male from the Dennery district. Case 97 is a 21-year-old male from the Castries district. All 3 of the cases, following testing, were placed in quarantine, awaiting their results. One of these cases was identified through the contact tracing process, and an epidemiological link has been established. Case 97 is linked to case 73. As per protocol, arrangements have been made for the transfer of these individuals into care at the respiratory hospital. These additional cases bring the number of active cases currently in country to 65. Now, on Tuesday, the island also recorded 10 cases. At the time, the count was at 94. Officials are therefore imploring residents to follow the protocols and guidelines set by the Ministry of Health, which they hope will curtail the spread of the virus. Here is Nisha Charles reporting on that first announcement on Tuesday of 10 cases of COVID-19.
Amidst new COVID-19 protocols which came into effect on Friday, St. Lucia has recorded 10 new cases of the dreaded coronavirus. Medical Officer of Health Dr. Glensford Joseph revealed that the individuals are residents of Dennery, Micoud, Grosley, Vieux-Fort, and Labrie. The count, he says, now stands at 94.
Case number 85 is a 32-year-old female from the Micoud district. Case number 86 is a 32-year-old female from the Dennery district. Case number 87 is a 68-year-old male from the Grosley district. Case number 88 is a 30-year-old male from the Vieux-Fort district. Case number 89 is a 19-year-old female from the Vieux-Fort district. Case number 90 is a 58-year-old female from the Labrie district. Case number 91 is a 35-year-old male from the Grosley district. Case number 92 is a 35-year-old male from the Grosley district. Case number 93 is a 41-year-old male from the Micoud district. Case number 94 is a 57-year-old female from the Vieux-Fort district.
Following testing for COVID-19, all of the cases were placed in quarantine while awaiting their results. 6 of them were identified through the contact tracing process, and epidemiological links have been established for these cases. Case number 85 and 93 are linked to case number 61. Case number 87 is linked to case number 65. Case number 88 is linked to case number 68. Case number 90 is linked to case 69, and case number 92 is linked to case number 55. Dr. Joseph also revealed that the ministry recorded 4 recoveries of individuals who were in care for COVID-19, resulting in 62 cases now being active in country. All other cases in care are stable, and there are no cases requiring critical care.
This week, the Ministry of Health's public health team will continue to conduct tracing as well as interventions in communities of public health priority to reduce the potential of transmission of COVID-19 within the country. The ministry is grateful for the support that we continue to receive from community leaders as well as residents of the various communities with whom we have been partnering. We ask that while we intensify our response, that we all continue to practice the guidelines to reduce the exposure to the virus.
As per protocol, arrangements have been made for the transfer of the latest cases into care at the respiratory hospital. For the Hot 7 News, Nisha Charles reporting.
Thank you, Nisha. Prime Minister Alan Chasney is taking the high road by apologizing to fisherfolk in St. Lucia following the abrupt decision to suspend fishing licenses. The Prime Minister says although the move was well intended, he agrees that there should have been a better line of communication and consultation on the matter. Rochelle Gonzalez has more in this report.
After days of facing an onslaught of backlash over the surprise announcement of the suspension of fishing licenses, Prime Minister Alan Chasney has apologized to the fisherfolk who were affected by the abrupt decision made on Friday afternoon. The PM attended a meeting on Tuesday morning where all the major stakeholders in the Fisheries Department, the Marine Unit of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, as well as fisherfolk themselves were present to discuss the suspension and the way forward from thereafter. Coming out of the meeting, he revealed that he realized the error of his decision and that he acted too hastily in an attempt to right a wrong.
Like a lot of us in St. Lucia, we became complacent. And so the success that we were having, persons kind of withdrew on some of the protocols that we had established. I am not blaming the fisher folk for that. I think that that's something that can be applied across the board in St. Lucia. But understanding that and understanding what is at risk and understanding what's taking place in Martinique, it required an immediate intervention. I have apologized to the fisherfolk because there probably should have been an immediate consultation with them as it pertained to that. But the intention was to do that this week.
The PM expressed relief after speaking to the attendees of the meeting. He said moving forward, measures including the issuing of tracking devices have been implemented that will allow fisherfolk to return to work whilst steering clear of trouble.
Also, we'll be getting a list of the fishermen and what their specific specialty in going fishing is. There will be a registration system that when they're leaving the port that they have to call the harbor master to let them know what they're going out and how many people that are going out, and that there will be a greater sharing of information from an intelligence perspective to really try to identify those persons who are deliberately using their identity as a fisherman to actually bring people in.
The PM pledged his full support for the fisherfolk and the fisheries sector on a whole.
My government reiterated its full support for the sector, its commitment to the sector. And yes, there have been changes, but those changes we believe are in the best interest. How those things have been communicated may not have been the best, and we're going to try to resolve that issue moving forward. But certainly I'm hoping that they left with the clear understanding that the government is fully committed to the sector. The announcements that were made on Friday were not in any way to discriminate against the sector, but simply were being made because controlling the borders was a priority.
Licenses are to be restored on Thursday, November 5th, and fisherfolk will be allowed to operate between 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
Stay with us. Still to come, fisherfolk speak after their meeting with government officials and law enforcement agencies. The Fisheries Minister has nothing to say to the SLP after the party took him to task for his handling of the fishing licenses matter. And Peter Wickham predicts a resounding victory for Joe Biden, but says there's really nothing in it for the Caribbean region. That and more after the break.